this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful card with this sort of hand-coloured holly with this strip over the front using the brand new JND540 postage quilt. We're also using the Happy Christmas Swirl Christmas sentiment and also the frame from the JND578 Robin frame. So let's show you how this breaks down and how the dies are used to make this card. So to make this card, we're going to use mainly JND540 postage quilt die. We're just using the beautiful holly inserts, but we're also using the Happy Christmas, which is the JND559 Swirl Happy. And we're also using on this one the Robin frame. And the reason is because you see that the actual postage frame in the Robin frame is the exact perfect insert to fit with the postage quilt. So the first thing that I've actually done on this project is to cut myself the large postage quilt in white and the smaller Robin frame in red to give me this perfect frame here. So that's what we need from the actual JND578 Robin frame. So now we're going to start on the center panel, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of card, and I've got this coconut white card cut already to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I've simply taken already the 2 insert patchwork pieces for the holly and put those evenly into there and cut them. And all I want to do is rotate them round so that the berries are in the center, and I just want to evenly space that to each one. That's why we do each separate piece the opposite side first. It allows you to get a perfect cross in the middle. So we simply take those and we run that through our die cutting machine. Once that's run through, simply take the pieces off and you'll see you get the perfect center section. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be even on the square of card because we're going to frame it, but you can see how each piece falls out perfectly. So again, you could paper piece these in, but I love the way it looks when you just lightly colour it. So there we have our finished panel with our lovely cross in the center. We're going to cover that with our sentiments. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly right. So the next thing we want to do is just add a piece of vellum onto the back of there. So I've just spray glued a piece of vellum onto the back, and I'm simply then going to turn it over, and I'm going to use 2 colors of marker pens. Now I'm using alcohol pens, but you can use whatever pens you want to, which will colour on there. You need a lot of watercolour pencils, won't work, so you want something that's like an alcohol marker. And all I'm going to do is to literally colour every other side of the leaf. So I'm going to start with one. So I've got 2 colours, a light green and a dark green. So what I'm doing on the first piece is colouring the sort of left hand, the right hand side. I'm going to match that in the next piece and do the same. And I'm just going to rotate it round to do that. I'm going to rotate it round again and do the same thing. So I'm sticking to this right hand side. You can choose however you want to do the pattern. You can mirror them or whatever you want to do. So I'm just going round like this and colouring. You can spend a little bit more time. You could spend time shading the different colours and things like that. But it's a great alternative to paper piecing. And you can see there when we turn that over, I've got that beautiful pattern of just the colours. Then I'm going to turn that over and I'm just going to use a darker shade to colour each of those pieces. So I'm going to carry on and just colour all of these, and we'll be back in a second with them all coloured. So once all of the pieces are coloured, you can see there straight away, I'll bring in a piece of white card so you can actually see it a little bit stronger. You can actually see that we've got that beautiful holly all coloured, and it looks so nice. So all I've done I've got a piece here I've already done, and I've just added a little bit of our pearl dimension on for the berries, because there's room to put 3 berries on each piece, which I think just works absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to bring in now a card blank. So I've made the card blank as a 7x7, and I've matted it with coconut white and the darkest green we do to match. But I'm going to actually put this section onto a piece of silver mirror card, and what that will do is give a little bit more reflection, and also works if you decide you want to put lights into this. So you can put lights into it, but you can also make it into a shaker card, so you can actually add some bits of glitter or things into there as well. But it works really well. Just see the difference. We don't get it, it's not quite as white or as stark white. We get that little bit more reflective quality. So before that goes onto the card blank, we want to put our frame on. We also want to put our sentiment on. So I want my Happy Christmas in the centre. So I've got my Happy Christmas. I've got a strip of vellum here. And I'm just going to pop the Happy Christmas on there. So I've just cut that out using the beautiful swirl Happy Christmas, and we want to then take our frame. So you want to position your sentiment down straight and even onto your mat. You then want to add foam tape onto your pre-made frame. So this has been made using that beautiful wider postage frame from the quilted die and that thinner one from the robin die, and you want to get it nice and central and pick it up so that that sentiment is floating in the middle of your frame. We're then going to turn it over and chop out the excess, then take our piece and frame that. And as you can see there, then it automatically just beautifully bows that sentiment in the centre. And then all we need to do is take some of our Craft Artist Super Tacky glue and onto our piece, just like that, nice and simple. And I'm just going to add a couple of the slimline poinsettia in the same colour, just to frame that beautiful sentiment there. And there we have a really beautiful, sort of almost looks paper piece but not, hand coloured Christmas card. Very simple but very effective with that gorgeous postage frame. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the John Next Door official page on Facebook.